Finally found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years has been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house. Yesterday morning a man 5 years younger than me 30 appeared in my driveway screaming. I walked to see my fiancé outside and this man claiming to be shocked that the woman he's been dating for 3 years has a house, a dog and a boyfriend. He left after saying his piece while I was outside with the two of them. My girlfriend and I have been together for 10 years. We've had ups and downs and got engaged while I was away in grad school. When I came back to live with her I noticed something was different. We just weren't incredibly close and didn't feel the intimacy we had previously. But promised each other to work on it. Things got better and eventually we decided instead of having a wedding, we wanted to use the money we saved up and that our family would be gifting us, to buy a house. After a year into living in the house and her fighting with me for years about letting her be independent and letting her have nights out with her friends, I find out she's had a relationship with this other guy. For years, I don't know what to do, our lives are so intertwined and we have this amazing house in both of our names. And an amazing dog. She hasn't need anything and has seemingly been telling me the truth about this guy. That he filled a void in her life that I wasn't filling. That she did it because she wanted to feel wanted again and something about her feeling young again. I think our situation has been a lot on her and she wanted a chance to feel like she was in college again or something like. Not really fair to me. She said she wants us to work but I just can't get the image of her and this lie out of my head. I love our life and our families and our house. But I don't know if I can ever love her again. Help me please. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, please get yourself into some IC. You may have severe codependency issues. Do not fall for the sunk cost fallacy. The woman you think you love does not exist. It was her mask. You are still young, are not married and don't have any kids. Your girlfriend basically led a double life for 3 years and when exposed blamed you for her betraying you. This is indicative of who she really is. Save yourself. Sell the house and move on. It hurts and will be difficult but eventually you will find someone who has the emotionally and intellectually maturity as well as the integrity to have a loving long-term relationship. Redditor 2, she lied, deceived and totally disrespected you. For 3 ducking years. So sorry buddy, ONS maybe but to sleep with him, tell him she loves him then come home and do say the same things for you. For 3 years, it will be hard but only you can decide what you need to do. Personally for me it would be a big no. Redditor follow up. She had op jumping through hoops while manipulating him and AP into a lie. She hasn't need because she was caught, but this could have been going on for many more years. Don't you worry op, there is more to this, but you just didn't catch her. Time to pack it up and move on op and keep the dog. Redditor 3, she's lied to you for years, she's blamed you for her affair, yet still wanted to play house and eventually marry you. There is nothing to fix. She obviously is not apologetic by making excuses and blame shifting. When something is completely destroyed and not fixable you get rid of it. Please do yourself a favor and find someone worthy of your love. Redditor follow up, she would have married you and probably had his baby so you could raise it. Update, I decided to spend the weekend apart from her after finding out the news. I confided in some friends who gave me some solid advice but basically told me that I shouldn't make any rash decisions one way or the other. To sit and feel these emotions but not try to let them rule your life and to expect ducking answers. I know my girlfriend treated me like absolute poop, but I do not hate her or want her dead. I know this sounds weird and maybe indicative of losing that feeling of love for her, but I don't want her to die on a curb. I just want honesty and for us to be honest with ourselves. I want the courage to make the honest decision for myself, first and foremost. We have talked a lot in the last few days between each other and have fought about her justifying doing what she did. It cannot be justified. But it did let us know what is wrong between us. I am seeing a separate independent therapist and a couple therapist with her this week. But this week, I took off of work and told her I'm heading to the beach. I decided we needed time apart to settle our emotions and get clear-headed. She has been really hammering me with the guilt of the things that I have done to her over the years, and although there's some truth to that, I think she needs to look in the ducking mirror. Also, a thing that I noticed is she's more defensive about her actions and scared of losing the house to me and being labeled the one who cheated versus how I feel as the person who had their life turned upside down. And that's telling. So this week I am leaving her with all of the responsibilities that I usually do, the things she doesn't come close to understanding, the things I do around our house. I know you all have your pitchforks out and want me to dump her bad and make it a big evil thing, but that's just not how I am. I would rather make a sound decision, and once I do that, feel good about that decision. And if it's to leave her, the way I will make her feel as bad as I did will be because I have become a better person because of her awful actions. And she will be miserable seeing that person who she could have been with. But I am not quite at that stage yet, still quite shell-shocked. Update 2. A lot has transpired in the past month or so, and therapy has helped me immensely. My ex-fiancé and I agreed that she needed to move into a new apartment and we needed to be completely broken up. We have both allegedly been seeing separate therapists and have also agreed to not speak for at least a month. That time is for me. I have found that the constant contact and rehashing of things and arguments with her hasn't helped at all, and in fact puts me back into an emotional mess, so I am avoiding that until I feel better about it. If I ever do, this time period since I last made an update has thrown me in the most pain that I have ever experienced in my life. But I believe there can be some good out of it. I have been exercising, I have been on a few dates, and have started to become more aware of who I am and what I need in life and in someone else. When you are in a long-term relationship like this that changes very slowly and were brought up with a family history of infidelity, you start to normalize this. And that has been my biggest problem. I have no idea of what a normal relationship is and could be. So talking to people who have no history of stuff like this and who have no clue about our situation has helped, because it makes me realize how messed up our lives were and how messed up what she did was. I also recently contacted the guy who apparently had no idea about this either. He hasn't reached back to me yet. I wanted some clarity on a few things and also to see if she had seen him since D-Day. My ex has been trying to get back together with me, but I have absolutely no intentions of ever doing that. What will transpire in the next several months is that I will buy her out from our house and slowly move on. I will probably give one last final update to this once I sign the papers and move on with my life. But I wanted to thank all of the people who supported me on here or in DMs. It's really not something you can prepare yourself for or can really grasp what it's like until you go through it, and I am still newly going through it. I have constant nightmares and feel very low energy, depressed at times. But it is possible to feel good and even excited about the future, and I can see glimpses of that now. I want to tell anyone else who goes through something like this that you need to do whatever you can in your power to step away from the situation. Try to get a broader view of your life and remove immediate contact from the person who had the affair, because they are toxic and will make you feel awful. Feel the pain, but try to understand that this isn't your problem. Force yourself to do things like go out with friends or go on vacation and preoccupy your mind. A book that really helped me that was recommended by my therapist is Broken Open by Elizabeth Lesser. Redditor's reactions final update after. Redditor 1. Yeah. Time to be a bad Z and give her the boot out of the house if it's in your name. No negotiations. Don't talk her, she can email or text, then you have it writing. Don't be nice. No money, no nothing. What's yours is yours and she's as welcome to her trash. Op answer. It's not solely in my name, but I can basically force her out after talks with lawyers, if it comes to that. Redditor 2. If I could, I would sell the house, as it would be a reminder for me of the relationship. At least then you could get some of the monies back, if not all. Then you could reinvest the cash and move on completely with your life. No strings attached. Redditor follow up. Yep, op, this is fantastic advice. If you can, you will absolutely want to sell. Start fresh as if she never was. Living in that house will be hell for you. Redditor 3. I am so sorry for what you're going through. I went through the same exact thing with my ex-fiancé, except we were together a couple years fewer than in your situation. I tried everything in the world to get over her, from therapy to medication, moving to a new area, a new career, lots of new hobbies and tons of random time, but they were only distractions that masked the pain. It still hurts years later, and the memories always seem to creep up on me to make me sad during holidays or life milestones or when I have nothing going on at the moment. I'm hoping this will fade away with time. Thanks for the book recommendation. Stay strong. Redditor follow up. My friend, when those memories slip into your memory, just think of the times that were not good. Our brain tries to comfort us, but the reality is she really hurt you. So be the king that you are, and you deserve to live your best life. You did nothing wrong. Be kind to yourself, you deserve love. My friend, final update. Finally found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years has been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house, about a year and a half ago, I realized what I thought was a worst case scenario, that my fiancé had a long affair with someone else and she had lied to me during the course of us buying a house together. Since my last post, I had gotten her off of the mortgage and I refinanced my house. We still split time owning a dog together, but I plan on talking to her about me taking sole ownership of the dog since I have the ability to WFH and have a yard. That is the only time we engage with each other. We don't even exchange pleasantries when we do, it's just a handoff every 2 weeks. But I think I am ready for that to be done and for us to never see each other again. I have had some major ups and downs since this has happened, but I want to offer a word of support to anyone going through this. It will seem like there is no end in sight and you cannot fathom living normally after something like this, but it does get better. Talking to people in therapy really does help, but stuff like this just hurts sometimes and there's nothing you can do but trust in time to do its thing. I had journaled for months, talked to a therapist weekly, friends, family, and turned over everything in my life and in my mind to try to reason myself into understanding what happened and find a way to force myself to feel better about it, but there is only so much you can do. The best medicine after doing some due diligence and exploring yourself in therapy is getting back out there and living your life. Some things that didn't work for me was trying to become a serial dater and enjoy my new freedom. After having multiple friends with benefits who I would meet up with each about once a week or two, my bank account was suffering and my health from drinking was too. I decided to take a break and focus on myself, and when I was ready, I decided to try dating again, but for a girlfriend. I have been together with someone for the last 6 months or so who is truly a good person deep down. We have something that I never knew existed with my past fiancé, and I am truly excited and open in a way that I now know I wasn't in my past relationship. I feel I am at peace with our relationship ending, but that doesn't mean I don't hurt every now and then. I don't know if it will ever not hurt to remember. But I can tell you that you can get over it in a way and find someone who is better for you. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. After rereading your previous posts, I remembered reading them. It sounds like you're moving on and hopefully doing well. Getting sole ownership of the dog so you can go completely NC with her seems to be in your best interest. Best of luck to you in achieving this end. Op answer. I am doing well. I wasn't for a long time though. I am hopeful to get everything resolved, but it's not the end of the world if we keep splitting the dog. Redditor 2. So, is she with the AP now? Op answer. She is not. To my knowledge, she started seeing someone else recently too. Redditor 3. That's awesome. Fly high my dude. Redditor 4. I hope you get sole ownership of your doggo. Unlike your cheating ex, you won't ever have to worry about your pup being loyal to you. Redditor 5. I've been where you were. I guarantee you the hurt will numb until it no longer hurts you whatsoever. I look back at both of my exes that cheated on me, and I literally feel nothing. I am now 3 years into the best and healthiest relationship I've ever been in, planning children and marriage as well. Congrats and keep going. Redditor 6. Glad you are doing so great and that you put in the work. I don't know if it's right to try and take ownership of a shared dog. My ex and I have shared our dog for 8 years. And she has a yard, but I don't. Unless she doesn't care about the dog, why not continue sharing? It can be done. All the best to you.